Hey, what's up? So my plan was to film like a little Thanksgiving vlog, like a week with me Thanksgiving vlog, but that didn't end up happening for a variety of reasons. Like, I actually started filming it and everything. I think I was in the middle of like making Thanksgiving dinner, and then all of my motivation went out the door, because this was the first year in years that I cooked Thanksgiving dinner, like the whole spread. I don't think I've done that since I lived overseas, like years ago. Normally my parents, they host Thanksgiving dinner, a huge dinner, and all of our family, cousins, and all of us, we eat dinner over there, but that didn't end up happening. So I cooked for, my family and a few other family members. The food came out really good, and I'm not just saying that. I mean, my roast chicken, because I didn't want to deal with no big back turkey, but the roasted chicken, I marinated it overnight, but I ended up overcooking it, because like when you're cooking all that food and fighting for oven space and all that, like, there's no excuse. But yeah, other than that, the rest of the food was good. I made red wine braised ribs, which those were basically fell off the bone. All of them fell off the bone, and I had to redeem myself because I made them for the first time a few years ago, and even though they were seasoned well, I didn't cook them long enough, so they weren't really falling off the bone. So I had to, like I said, redeem myself. Mac and cheese, of course, collard greens and smoked turkey, and garlic mashed potatoes to go with like the short ribs. Those were really good. And green bean casserole. Like, I don't want to hear it. A lot of people talk shit about green bean casserole, but for one, if you use fresh green beans and not those green beans out of the can, which if you do, like, that's perfectly fine, but I use fresh green beans, and then I saute them in a pan and season them up real good. I'll cook the cream of mushroom in that pan with it, make sure everything is seasoned and well mixed, and then layer it in a pan with the cheese and the onions or whatever. All of that is irrelevant, but yeah, a few of us in my family like green bean casserole. There's nothing wrong with it. So anyway, this week I'm preparing for my first vendor event for my small business. I make cheesecakes, like cheesecakes made to order, and I bake them. I don't do that no bake foolishness, and I won't even say it's foolishness because it's an easier way to make cheesecake. Now it's crunch time, and in the coming days I gotta make sure that I bake everything that I need to bake. Normally I don't offer cookies on my menu, but I decided to add it to like this little vendor market venue just to give a little bit of variety, I guess, outside of like the cheesecake slices. I was overly ambitious talking about cheesecake swirl sugar cookie and cheesecake swirl brownie. We're not doing that. We're gonna have the cheesecake icing on top and call it a day. Hopefully I get a decent amount of sales. Hopefully I sell out. I'm not gonna make too small a quantity for this first run, but I don't want to like overdo it either and have a whole bunch of like wasted product and cheesecake and stuff. I'm just gonna make like just enough, and we'll see how that goes, because I'm also doing it next weekend. So yeah, spend this week or this weekend with me, and yeah, y'all pray for me. I hope this vendor market doesn't stress me out too bad. So here I have everything that I need to make my cheesecakes, for the most part, not the crab meat. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing today, is knocking out the cheesecakes, and then I'll do the cookies tomorrow. I need to go to the store before I get started on these cakes because Sam's Club didn't have the eggnog that I needed, and I'm making an eggnog cheesecake. So once I get the eggnog, then I'll be good to go to start.
You playing this guy like you got power. Mama. Same food, but this blah all that like Kehlani did.
So I'm back from the store. I went to Wegmans because there's a specific type of eggnog that I like. I should have just went with some cheap Southern Comfort or something, because on top of what this already costs, Wegmans had the nerve to charge an additional $3. And I asked the girl at the self-checkout, like, why is this adding an additional $3 to the total of the eggnog? And she was like, because you bring the glass bottles back and you get your $3 back. And you know, it's whatever at that point, but I didn't like her little attitude.
Let's get back to the music.
Taste it. I'm gonna put this in the freezer. Hopefully it cools down some. So it's hella early. It's the morning of the market, and let's just say I've been through it this last 24 hours, like stressed. First of all, I did an Amazon order for like the last little bit of things that I needed. I needed like a black table cover, some banner clips, and a few other things. They ended up getting delayed, and they won't be here until like later on today. Obviously I need them this morning, and they were supposed to be here Friday, so that's that. Then my oven was tripping yesterday. I cleaned it, but it kept smoking. Like, I don't know what it be with that thing, but I did not have this issue with electric stoves. So instead of stressing myself out and trying to push through that, because it was smoking to the point where like it was burning, like burning your eyes. So I just said, fuck it. I'm not gonna make the cookies this weekend. The focus is the cheesecakes anyway. I'll just make the cookies next go round. So then I thought I had more pie slice containers. And once I started to go through those, I realized that I only have enough for 2 cakes. like 1 of each flavor, which is still a decent amount of like product, but it's not like for me to be out there from 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. You know, hopefully, you know, we'll put it out there that I'll sell out, but yeah, all of this is worth it because it's a learning experience, so I'm not even gonna look at it that way. But yeah, I thought I had more pie slice containers. I only have these. I don't know how I missed that. Most of these things could have been prevented. Like, sometimes you can't be mad at anybody but yourself. But like the Amazon thing, that wasn't my fault. I ordered that shit on time. And then the oven, like, come on, bruh. Show y'all this big ass knife that I got.
In my head, every time I take a step, it's on the clouds. Feeling like a hold on the power, and I don't need a crown. 'Cause you know the royals never get to fall in love anyways. And if you couldn't tell, I'm falling even more every day. Ooh, and every time you kiss me, I hear a song. And when you look at me, it's like nothing's ever wrong. Maybe I'm bad for living in the fantasy one where you're almost as in love with me as I am, 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 I am with you, baby, baby, as I am, I am, I am.
Progress. These things look good. I'm not even gonna lie.
Frown go up your face, arch your back and bend it back and play. Try to keep
My name is Russell, but you can call me Dilla. My teacher name is you know how we roll. I had a lot.
Can you put those hands on my body and baby just feel me? If I gave you the chance to hold my soul, would you just feel me? See the real me? 'Cause I love that if you do, I would owe all my happiness to you. If you could.
Alright, so I got my life together. I no longer look like a ghastly ghoul. He got his coffee.
Oh yeah, I left him in here just because, you know.
Step on it. Is it because use it? We're done with the market, and it was kind of slow. One of the other vendors in there said Saturday was obviously more busy, but you know, I made some sales. It's all good. I don't feel as bad about not having as many cheesecakes or as much cheesecake because of the pie containers, because it was so slow and I didn't come close to selling out, but it's all good. Fed the street.